Alright, so let's first start with the register controller middleware. So let's go to the middleware. So we're going to call index.ts. So inside here we're going to import reflect metadata. So after importing that, so we're also going to import the following. We're going to import the following from express. No, that one, express. All right, so we're going to import the following. One is request, another one is response, another one is the next function, right? Right now, let's export this function that is going to intercept and register all our controllers. So let's export node interface, a function. So a function will be called register controllers. So it's going to create controller classes, accept controller classes, which is an array of any. Yep. So inside here we are also going to remember this is a decorator, so a decorator should return a void or a zero, kind of, in a more layman's language. So I want this thing to be friendly to those who are starting NodeJS, so that they don't freak out when they see something like this. So take that decorator as something that intercept any incoming before the main. So I want to, okay, let me just help you by googling. So what is decorator in Python? Just doing Python. So decorators are powerful and elegant features in Python that allow you to modify, extend a behavior or of a function or a method without changing their actual code. So that is exactly what we want to do. So like here you see here at our decorator, so before the foo was run, this function had to chip in, right, so that the foo that one can run. All right, now that you know a glimpse of the decorator, so let's return a function. So our function here is anonymous, right? So what does this function take? It takes a target, right? It takes a target. First, we're going to map through the controllers that will be set to ours. I know this is tiresome, but let's map for them. That's the only way anyway. For controllers in controller, I want for in loop. For in this one here. Oh, okay. Don't freak out. So for controller class, controller class in controller classes, we want to create an instance of the controller. So const controller instance, controller instance. My spelling here is not right. Controller instance. Let's equate it to our new controller class. This one here. Controller class. right? That sounds weird, but you'll get used to it. So now that is that, so let's get the controller methods. Const controller method. So we're going to create this as remember, controller instance is a class, right? So if you were writing JavaScript earlier, there were these things called prototypes, blah blah blah, something's property. So you're going to see those one in action. Those have been abstracted so that you can't see them right now. But if you write good amount of code, solid code, than using frameworks, you know what, you will now understand what I'm saying. But let's move on. For those who don't understand, so you're going to write object.get on properties name, get on properties name. So the name is controller instance that we have just created here, controller instance dot constructor dot prototype, constructor prototype, right? After that, remember here we have methods inside that. We have methods inside that class. We have list of methods, right? We have a list of methods inside that class. We remember we instantiated the class, right? Now we want to get methods, the name of the methods inside that class, inside this class, right? That we instantiated here. So this is methods that are in there, right? Many methods that you will add, the find user by ID, the get users, the check authentication, those methods that will be right in that, in for instance an registration, not a registration but authentication controller, those methods, we need them here, right? So let's proceed. So we're also going to loop through them. So we're going to go the fourth. So we are going to iterate. English is becoming something. So we're going to iterate over those method names. Method name. That could look nicer a bit. Don't disturb me. All right. So we will, okay. Inside those methods, remember I said that instead of API dot, remember I said here that instead of doing API dot post, so I want something called at post, right? And at post as adds a route inside it, like /users / blah blah blah. So I want to get those route and the method name from the loop, right? That way I can log to see if I have all those routes registered, right? Okay, let's continue. Now that you're trying to understand what I'm trying to do slowly by slowly. So let's create a constant here called path. So what does path do? So we are going to use the reflect metadata. Reflect.get metadata. So what are we going to get? You're going to get path, right? So after getting path, where are we getting it from? We're getting it from we are getting it from controller instance controller instance dot constructor dot prototype, this one here, right? From the method name, hang on a bit. So here we should pass in this method name here, right? That is that. The next thing that we're also going to get is the method. So we're going to call it method. The method inside that class. Remember, we have gotten the path. The path. Say the path is at /users, or from the example that we have here is at / something like that, right? So what we're going to get there is the method, right? So the same thing applies from the method name. What are you going to do after getting all these things, right? We're going to check if there is path and also there is the method. If these two are there, we're going to call the target dot app, the express app. So in here we're going to call the method, and we are going to make things similar. In short, the method name, we are going to lower it to lower. These are just normal JavaScript method. So after lowering, right? After lowering it, we're going to have the path that you've created. So the path, we are going to intercept the request. I hope you are getting. We're going to intercept the request. Remember, we don't want to do this anymore. So we're going to intercept that. So we're going to intercept the request that we brought in, the response that we brought in. Hang on, take us slowly. Autocomplete, take us slowly. We still don't have the next function. Yes. So now that we have the next function, we are going to tell the controller instance at the method name. No, to complete, take us slowly. We need to know these things slowly, right? So we're going to call the method name, not going to lower it right now. From the method name, and we run the request, that one, right? So this will be intercepted when you made a request. This part here is going to execute if and only if you make a request, right? So in order for you to see it sometimes in future, let's log it, right? Let's log something cool here, like don't log. So the method and path. The path to complete, take us slowly. So the method which was called is the method name, like /get. So the get method, the post method, the option, the all method, the put method, the patch method. That is what I'm talking about here. And the path, which path that it take place to, /user / blah blah blah. You get it now. Now I know you get what I'm trying to mean. So that is it is only going to be called. Sorry for that. It is only going to be called if and only if a request is made. If the request is not made, I'm just going to log all our registered methods and routes so that you see all the routes that you've created inside those controllers. I'm going to log them right here. So we're also going to nicely log the following. that we've registered a route so calling method name and the route, not the path, because that is what I have. My fumbling here, the path. All right, so we're going to import this into our here. Going to import that here and see it in action. But right now we don't have any controller, so we won't be able to see it. So let's register it, and we will end this video at this point. In the next video, we'll start talking about those HTTP verbs, the port get. We're also going to create a decorator to do that job for us, right? So let's register that so that in the next video we don't tire. So register controllers, come here. Let's decorate this thing. For decorating you, by the VS Code has been of late misbehaving, but no problem. Have you realized the VS Code is misbehaving? I don't know what to do, but anyway, whatever. Yeah, it has gone. Register controllers. Right now we don't have any controllers, so we'll register them there, right? All right, so that is that. So let's see you in the next video.